Hey everyone, welcome back to this J-Knight battle report where Andy's Eldar are facing my Dark Angels. It's time for the Eldar to hit the Dark Angels back with a vengeance in Eldar turn 3. Andy begins by rolling his reserve rolls for those Scatterwalkers. Once again they come in on a 3+, and he fails his 3+ again, and he's not too happy. The Banshees then roll their leadership check and pass so they can regroup, but they can't assault this turn. And because they can't assault this turn, Andy decided to move them into cover in case I shoot at them with any heavy weapons. The Fire Dragons then move a tiny bit behind the rock just to hug the terrain a little bit better, especially in case I get into range. The Guardians then once again move back to where they were originally to get a better lined up shot on my guys and to prevent me from firing at them. And the other squad of Guardians moves through cover 4 inches towards the middle objectives as well. In true deja vu fashion, those Pathfinders fire at the 3-man squad. Need 3s to hit, with 5s being AP1, so 1 hit normal, 1 AP1. The AP1 doesn't wound, and the normal one doesn't wound either. The Pathfinders in the building then decide to shoot at the Company Master and his squad, and miss on all of them but one, which is the AP1 one. And he rolls the AP1 wound, and it doesn't wound. The Guardians then fire at the same squad. He's really trying to wipe that squad off that objective. Need 4s to hit, so 3 hits, and 2 wounds. Both go on the Company Master, and I fail 1 save. I intentionally did not look out, sir. I want to keep the squad alive. The second squad of Guardians then does the exact same thing with their laser, and they only roll 2 hits, and of those 2 hits, only a single wound once again has to go on the Company Master. I roll his 3+ cover save and fail it again. This time I look out, sir, pass my lookout, sir, and the closest one, happening to be the plasma gun, dies. So back to combat. The Dire Avengers get to go first at initiative 5, get 2 hits, but no wounds, needing 6s. The Sergeant then hits back, gets 1 hit, and a wound. So the Dire Avengers have to do a save, and Andy passes it, so tied combat once again. Now it's Dark Angels, turn 3. I begin by casting Prescience on the squad that he's in, pass my leadership check, so they get to do the re-rolls for their to hits. They then move up, staying out of range of the Fire Dragons. And I decide to move that squad back towards the objective. I know I'm sacrificing another round of shooting from the plasma cannon, but I want to score that 2-point objective right now. I then move up the Land Raider, but because he went into difficult terrain, I roll my test to see if he gets immobilized, and he does not. The Company Master squad then moves through cover 6 inches, so they can just get all into cover and in front of the objective. To continue the firefight, the 3-man tactical squad fires at the Pathfinders, 1 hit, and 1 dead Pathfinder, since there's no cover. I'm done shooting at them, so he rolls a leadership check and passes with a 7. I chose to snapshot the las cannon and fire the heavy bolter at the Banshees, and then to fire the other las cannon full ballistic skill at the building with the Pathfinders. Banshees first. I need 6 to hit on the red. All the whites hit. I re-roll the las cannon, but miss again. Need 2s to wound, so I get 2 wounds with the heavy bolters. He rolls 2 cover saves, and fails both, so 2 more Banshees dead, just leaving that Exarch alive. I then fire the second las cannon at the building, which hits, and I roll a pen. On the pen chart, I roll a 1 + 1, which is a 2, and that means a tremor, which means that the Pathfinders can only snapshot next turn, and if they leave the building, they can only move 3 inches. Balthazar's squad then fires at the Banshee Exarch. All of them hit, and I get 2 wounds. However, the Banshee passes both of his armor saves. The Librarian squad then shoots at that Exarch, all but one hit, and I get to reroll, and it hit again, and 5 wounds. Andy failed 2 of them, so the Exarch Banshee is dead, and that's a huge relief. Back to the close combat. The Dire Avengers hit the biker first, get 2 hits, and for those 2 hits, no wounds. Sergeant then hits back, needing 4s, 1 hit, and 1 wound. But Andy passed the wound. So tied combat yet again. So when you're ready, click below to go to part 5 of this J-Knight battle report.